Hello. I am so excited about today because we are going to be talking about positive practice, 5 steps to help your child develop a love of music by Christine Goodner. And I have a really special treat for you because we are going to be doing an interview with Christine herself to give you some of the top practice tips from her book. I'm Jody St. Clair, and this is Adventures in Suzuki Parenting. And here is Christine. Thanks for being with me, Christine. I'm really excited about your book, and I think it's such a fabulous resource for families. And I'm excited to hear about what you're going to tell us about today. So I want to get right into it. Does that sound good?
That sounds great. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. So I love the support and room that you give parents to learn something new, and that it's not just the children learning something new. And right away in the first step, you say, we can all work on something. And when you were a Suzuki parent, did you feel like you had the room to work and learn? And what would you like to say to a parent who feels like they need to come in as an expert right away when they're working with their child?
Right. So I was a new Suzuki teacher at the same time as I was a new Suzuki parent. And I did feel like there was a lot of pressure to do it just right and to for me to be the expert and to make my child practice a certain way. And I wish I had known that I could just help my child learn. I was on the same team with my child instead of I needed to like battle it out with them to get them to do the right assignment just the right way. So I do like to talk to parents a lot now about making sure you're just seeing what does your child need to do the assignment from the teacher, and then how do we help support them do that. We don't need to be the expert. We don't need to push them to do it the perfect way, but we just need to see how does this child in front of me learn and how can I support them in that. So I had to learn that over time, and I wish I had learned it earlier. So
Yeah. I just felt like that's super valuable in the book because I think a lot of parents, especially even, musician parents,
right,
feel like we need to be experts on doing it, and a lot of times we have stuff to learn. But then, even parents who are not musicians feel intimidated about not knowing what to do and still needing to teach their child, kind of thing.
right,
So,
right.
yeah. So you talk about the parent only making corrective versus critical feedback. And can you tell me a little about what that looks like?
Sure. I don't think it means we just say, "Oh, good job," no matter what they're playing. That's not what I'm trying to say. But just if you talk about what needs to be improved versus what the child is doing, I think it goes a lot farther for making progress. So we can say like, "Oh, you didn't focus at all," or we can say like, "What can we do so that it's easier to pay attention while we're playing and focus on what needs to happen?" A lot of times I'll have parents talk about, "Oh, first finger needs to learn how to do X, Y, Z," rather than telling the child like, "You need to put your finger here," and it just takes the personal feeling out of the comments that we're making, and also it's just a task they need to learn versus like they personally are doing something wrong. So I think that can take a lot of battles out of
Yeah,
practice.
yeah. Do parents, do you think, ever feel like they'll never get anything done that way, or they feel like, like it's not kind of direct enough, or that kind of thing?
I think if you went about it and only gave positive affirming comments and never addressed issues, yeah, it could
Yeah.
be. And so um, as an aside, I do tell parents of teenagers, if you're fighting, or middle schoolers, for example, if you're fighting over practice a lot, to talk to me as a teacher, and that to only give positive feedback and let the teacher kind of be the bad guy or the one giving the corrective feedback. So that's a different case than a young child. But for a young child, I would say it doesn't have to be unproductive as long as we're addressing the issue. And it takes some concentration or maybe some conversations with your teacher to figure out how do I address the problem we're having without my child feeling like they're under attack in the process. So
Yeah. I like
yeah,
that the differentiation between teenagers and young children in this. And I think a lot of parents may feel like young children need more of that kind of supportive thing. And not that they need less, but like,
right,
I think often we think, oh, teenagers, we could just be kind of more hard on them. And they
right,
actually need a lot of building up because they're in that
right.
kind of awkward
Yes. And
stage.
especially from the parents, I think, like I can say as a teacher to a teenager, some pretty direct feedback, and they can take that in stride pretty well, but the parent can say the same thing, and it feels very personal to them, and it's harder to separate out, this is about the music instead of this is about me. So, yeah, from parents, I think teens need a lot of positivity, and it's hard to give it to them as parents having had 2 teens, so
Yeah, I'm not there yet with my
right?
kids, so
Yeah.
I am trying to soak in as much wisdom for those years
Right,
as I can.
right. Yeah, it's a whole different thing. I think it's a great age, but it has
Yeah,
its own challenges for sure.
yeah, yeah. So I found that it's really hard for parents to think of positive things sometimes. And so even parents that I feel like where it feels kind of obvious that there's all these great things going on, and they look at me and they go like, "Ugh, I can't even think of one thing going well." And I'm like, really? Okay, well, let's work on that. But
Right.
and I love that you have that tip in your attention section. And if a parent is finding that hard, what do you suggest for them?
I think making a list just in your practice notebook of some positive comments that you can say to your child can be a really good idea. And I would notice positive things the teacher is saying in the lesson. We're asking parents to take notes. Maybe for a couple weeks, you take notes on what the teacher is saying that's positive, because it might not be things you're noticing as a parent. We might be noticing all the things that need fixing, and the teacher's noticing that too. But we have to pick one thing at a time and throw that positivity in there too. So yeah, I would make a list. And it's also good, I think, for parents to remember we may see the things that we know need progress or need some attention, but we don't have to say it out loud. You can even write a list. Like if you the first thing that pops in your head is something critical or negative, just write it down. Don't say it out loud.
Yeah,
Say the positive thing after you've kind of gotten that out yourself. So
yeah, that seems like a really good way to like practice that. If you're having a hard time, just giving yourself some sort of out.
right, right, right. And as parents, we don't have to feel positive all the time, or not think those thoughts like, oh, wish they were better at XYZ. We just don't need to say that to them, because it
Yeah,
doesn't help them progress, and causes arguments and all sorts of other issues. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, all right. So, in the section timing, you say it's okay to not love every part of the practice. Actually, this segues really nicely what we were talking about. But what do you suggest for the parent who is not loving practice and it's having a really hard time motivating themselves? And what would be a good place to start to turn that around? Like, kind of, what are some tips to kind of maybe adjust so that you as a parent are enjoying it more?
Right. It can be really intense to practice with our kids every day. And I did some research last year about what's hard for parents with practice, and parents just said having the energy and the patience to do this day in and day out with their kids was just challenging. So I think just knowing it's fine to feel that way, and a lot of other parents are feeling that way too. And I think sometimes when there's things I have to do, but I'm having a bad attitude about them, just making myself write down every day 1 or 2 things that I'm grateful about. Like, I'm grateful I have time to spend time with my child, or I'm learning more about my child. I think being a little introspective about, okay, what could be positive about this? Or if it was going well, what would be positive about this? And sort of turning around our thinking. Because our first reaction in our own heads is just, I don't like this, or this is a drag, or I'd rather be doing other things. It comes across, of course, in how we practice, and it sort of feeds into that feeling that it's frustrating. So we don't have to like all of it, but hopefully we can find a few things that make it worth doing. So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are some tips that are applicable not only to practice but maybe other parts of parenting? Because I find that, like, as a parent, my Suzuki philosophy just kind of, it becomes so much a part of my whole parenting philosophy.
Right.
And I mean, if you have anything from your own experience, I think that would be especially great. But
I do think one thing that sort of filtered into my parenting from being a Suzuki teacher and a parent overall is just respect for the child in front of me as a whole person. I think we can just get in the mode of like getting children to behave or measuring their progress against other things, but I think just treating them as a person with respect helps practice go well, but it just helps other things in daily life go well too. I think just like listening to the thoughts our kids have, or their perspective on things. We don't have to agree with them or let that influence the rules of our family, for example. But just being heard is a big thing for children and their development. And I think that's something I got much better at as a Suzuki parent, and it helped kind of infiltrate the other parts of my
Yeah.
relationship with my kids. So
Yeah. Great. So, and then to just kind of wrap up here, what would be your number one tip that a parent could put to use in their next practice?
So one of the things I talk about in the book is how we end practice. And I think about this a lot as a teacher with how I end lessons each week with my students, but I think daily practice is even more important. Like the feeling we all go away with at the end of a session influences how likely we are to want to do whatever the activity is again tomorrow. So if we're having a big epic fight and meltdown when we're done practicing every day, the next day we are really not going to be motivated to get the instrument out and try this again. So my biggest tip is to just end on a positive note, whether that means stopping and making the practice a little shorter for a while until things are more positive, or letting your child pick something that they want to do at the very end just for fun, and making sure that we're ending in a way that they're enjoying music, which is really hopefully part of the point of why we're practicing in the first place. So I think making sure we do that at the end really helps feed into some self-motivation. And that would be my biggest tip for parents to have an immediate change happen.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay. It's got me thinking about the end of our practices and just kind of, what else could I do creatively, with my own kids? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so easy to kind of be like, okay, we're done. And then,
right.
Okay, we're done. Check it off the list.
Right.
Things we
and even if you don't feel like you have creativity, like playing something they played earlier in the practice, but they just did it particularly well, and just ending on something where they're building confidence can be good too. So
okay. Yeah.
I think it's great to think about.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to using this in my own studio and with my own kids. And you can get the book now, right?
Right. It's off on Amazon. Yep. Both Kindle and print copies. So definitely. And I hope it really helps in your family. I'll be looking forward to hearing how you like it.
Yeah, I'll definitely let you know. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
I hope you all found some helpful tips in that wonderful interview. We had a lot of fun doing it. If you are catching this video as it's coming out, we will be doing a giveaway of some of Christine's books. So please check the links below and make sure you get to be part of that giveaway. It's an exciting opportunity. Otherwise, you can also look below for the link to purchase the book. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe and like this video and share it with another Suzuki parent, because we all need a little bit of help sometimes. Happy practicing.